It's always a pleasure to come to you, and it's always a privilege to be able to share and dispense some reliable and proven and tested knowledge that is designed to help you succeed, to move from where you are to where you want to be. Now, today I'm going to be discussing with you a vital subject that I've entitled A Man of Vision and a Woman for the Vision. It's very important. As human beings, male or female, there is no way we can record progress. There is no way we can sufficiently release our importance and our greatness on the earth if we are not fully acquainted with the subject of vision. The subject of vision is very important. Today, I'm going to be doing my best to explain and to make sure that I coach you through this subject. A man of a vision and a woman for the vision. A man needs to catch a vision, run with it, and make sure that he actualizes and brings out the best out of it. And a woman needs to be attached to a vision so as to bring out the greatness in her. That's how important it is. Now, let's look here. As a man, you are designed to live a life of perpetual impact. As a man, you are designed to live a life of perpetual impact. What do I mean? That means it is very possible to live through all your phases of life when you record impact, progress, and people can really attest and affirm to the greatness that comes through you. It is possible to live life where there is no weakness, there is no downfalls, and there is no regrets. That is what I call perpetual impact, where you're impacting lives on a daily, weekly, monthly, where people can see and witness your impact. So as a man, as a male figure, you are designed for that. Very important, very important. Now I also want you to see this. A man without a vision and a woman away from a vision, they are both heading for a crash or collision. A man without a vision and a woman away from a vision, they are all heading for a crash. Now this subject is going to work more for people who are in relationships, are married and all that, but it also help the single people, the single ladies and the single men to make sure that they understand this. This is what I will say. If you as a man, you don't have a vision, I really don't see a reason why you get into marriage. It's not there, because you need to give a reason to this woman to exercise and delegate her greatness and importance towards you. That is why we say a woman for the vision. But most especially also, men catch the vision, but women are not giving themselves to that vision. So there is always a confusion there, because we are here to make sure that we help each other bring out the greatness that is within us. So if a man has no vision and a woman is not cleaved to a vision, all of them are heading for a collusion or a crash. It's very important. Now, I want to also know that life is meant to be in motion, constant motion. Life is meant to be in constant motion. As a man listening to me and watching me today, I want you to ask yourself this question. Which state of life are you in? Are you in the being state or the becoming state? Are you in the being state or the becoming state? Many people who are in the being state have no vision they are running with. They're just living a mediocre life, and it's okay for them. But men who are in the becoming state, they are up to something, they are running with something, and they are busy transforming their lives on a daily basis. As men, we are meant to become something on a daily basis. You need to witness growth. You need to witness transformation. You need to witness increase. There is no way you can witness increase and growth if you are not running a vision. So which state of life are you? So if you are at the being state, I am on this constant stage, then there is no way you will see motion in life. But if you are at the becoming stage, you can witness. That is why very few people you can point at and trace the roots of their success. Because success is growth. Success is growth. You can see the footprint of a person, that this person began here and he is heading somewhere. In actual sense, you can see a man on his humble stages and you can trace his greater stage in 20 years, in 15 years, and 10 years to come. That's what we are talking about. You get me? So you need to be on the becoming state of life simply because you are running a vision. You are running a vision. Having said that, I want to take you through what I call the roadmap of life. Very interesting one. It's what I call the roadmap of life. I believe you can see it clearly. The roadmap to life. Now, every one of us, as we are moving forward in life, we need to understand these steps. Very important steps. Number one here, you need to understand where you come from. You need to understand where you come from, your origin. Most of the people who are determined to make a great impact in life and society, they look at where they have come from. Most of the great people that we reckon with today have come from humble backgrounds. Those humble backgrounds, they have a lot to imbibe into us. They have a lot to, to force into us something that we are meant to fight for. Every one of us has got a story. We know where we're coming from. So you need to understand that this is where I come from. These are my roots. This is my origin. So what is it that is in there that I want to change? What is it in there in my roots that I want to deploy? Which kind of son, which kind of daughter do I want to be? You get it? Which kind of song do I want my people to sing concerning me? So you have to understand where you come from. This is, remember, it's the roadmap to life. Now, number 2 here is what you were made of. What you were made of. Now, what you were made of here is what I call packaging and endowments. You need to understand those natural greatness within you, those godly given gifts and talents within you. If you discover those, then you are on your way climbing to the top as we keep proceeding, as you see. So you need to understand, what am I made of? What is in me that is unique and is meant to pave me way in the world of success? Number 3 is what you were made for. What you were made for. There's a difference. Knowing what you have within you that is great, and also knowing what it is meant for. This literally means the assignment or the vision, as what we're talking about. This is the assignment. Yes, I'm here, but what was I made for? What were you made for? If you understand this, then you're understanding the roadmap of life. Now, we come to number 4 here. Number 4 here is where you ask yourself, are you doing it? What you were made for, are you doing it? Here, this is when you get into what I call a mental dialogue. You sit down with your thoughts, think about this stuff, ask yourself significant questions and really get to know, am I progressing? Am I faking life? Am I on the right track? What is it that I'm doing that I need to change? What is it, that I have to do that I'm not doing? Where am I ignoring the truth that I need to embark on? So forth and so on. Many times, me as a coach, I always sit down to get into this mental dialogue. I always sit down to ask myself these questions, with myself. How is it? How am I pushing it forward? Relating with my vision. How are things moving? This is how you get better and better. This is how you get transformed. This is how you keep pushing. This is how you keep on motion, in life. Now we get to number 5 here. So if you ask yourself, are you doing it? If there is anything you're not doing, then you ask yourself, what does it take to do it? What does it take to do it? So here we come and see planning here. We see strategies here. And we see goals here. You get it? Sit down and plan about what you need to do, what you've discovered you were made for, the assignment. You get what I'm saying? Then you ask yourself, what does it take to make this thing a reality? Then you sit down. After the mental dialogue, you sit down, plan, strategize, then set goals. Then after setting goals, you act. After setting goals, you do what? You act. You get into action. Now, when this is done, number 6, you need to ask yourself a question. What are the benefits? If the benefits here are not worth it, then there was a problem from number 1, number 2, number 3. You either didn't think right of what you were made of, and either you didn't think right of what you were made for. So when you ask yourself, what are the benefits of this thing I've planned, strategized, and have goals and I'm ready to embark on? If you can't see the significance of the benefits, solid how those benefits are going to help you and are going to sustain your life, you get what I'm saying? Then it is not worth it. So that means you need to go back down and then rethink and keep moving forward. So here under benefits, we will see success. We will see success. And success literally means gradual process. This is when your life begins to be streamlined. You acquire this, you acquire this, you acquire this, you acquire this. That is success. Your success is, small plus small plus small plus small into abundance. That is what we call success. You get me? Then here, significance. You get it? Significance. You can trace importance. People can see importance, and and you can really see that I'm on the right track. Then you also come to impact. You get it? Impact. People can feel your value. People can really see your usefulness. People can really see your usefulness. So this is the roadmap to life. If it doesn't make sense up here, then there was something wrong down here. So always need to ask yourself these questions. Whenever you feel frustrated, whenever you're sitting down to craft a vision of yourself, you need to sit and ask yourself these questions. Understand, where do I come from? Where you come from will give you that, that platform and tenacity and boldness to say that I need to make this thing. I need to push. I need to try. I need to do my best to cause change in whatever I'm doing. Then what were you made of? You discover it, that is going to help you trying to change where you come from. Then what you were made for. You get an assignment. Are you doing it? Mental dialogue. Then what does it take? What resources do you need? So before you think of money and all that stuff, and people helping you out, you need to have a plan, strategies, and goals, and all that. After that, what are the benefits? If the benefits are clear and they're taking you forward, they're going to move you 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, 50 years, embark on it. Then move out and share whatever you want to share with the people. Is that good? Now, you could ask me a question that what is a vision? Ask me a question that what is a vision? Let me give you some answers here. Number 1, a vision is what gives direction in life. A vision is what gives direction in life. The reason why people are not aligned in the equation of life, or in the world of success, simply because they do not have a vision. Number 2, what is a vision? A vision is the ability to capture the picture of your future in the now and go for it. If you are seated where you are in your humble state, and you can see the greatness of you ahead, and you have the determination to go for it, that is a vision. The ability to see or to capture the picture of your future and go for it. That will help you for now. Now, as we move on, let me also show you the benefits of a vision. Remember, here in this subject, we are handling the man and the woman. Right now, I'm generalizing it, and then later generalizing it and also putting much effort, focus on the man. Then later, we're going to to understand why a woman needs to be for a vision. Here, benefits of a vision. Number one, confidence. Confidence and boost of self-esteem. Confidence and boost of self-esteem. This is very important. Any man, you need to walk through life when you're confident, when your head is high. You don't need to be bullied by life, and you don't need to be bullied by those who have gone ahead of you. You don't need to. You don't need to. Because you have a journey. You are going somewhere. Or whatever they have achieved, you can achieve too. Those days, I used to desire I used to like guys who put on suits and all that. I could not afford one. But then a statement came into me, say, don't worry. By the time you start putting on your suits, they'll be more updated than what these guys are putting on. And that's how it was. You get it? I started putting on suits in a unique fashion, nicer fashion, expensive and nice. You get what I'm saying? So you don't need to be bullied by life. You need to have confidence. Your self-esteem needs to be boosted. It needs to be boosted. So if you have no confidence, then that means you have no vision. That means you have no vision. Now, number two here is mental strength. Mental strength. The issue about mental strength here, something can be processed in your mind and it's not yet in its physicality. Every person, every man that is successful, their greatest asset is what lies in their mind. So if you have this vision, you're gonna be stronger, healthy, and buoyant in your mind. But if your mental state is weakened, it is shaken, then there is no way you can push through. There is no way you can push through. So, mental strength is very important. Mental strength. Any man who has a vision, they are strong in the mind. And when they are strong in the mind, what happens is that they have value in talk. They have value in talk. When you meet a man who is strong in the mind, by virtue of having a reason, then whatsoever they talk carries value, because whatever they say is related to their vision. If you want to see the assimilation of a man, attach it to their vision. Their type of vision they are running will surface to their day-to-day life in the way they compose themselves and move forward in life. It's very important. Number three here is what we call consistency. What I call consistency. This is a very unique ability concerning success. If you do something today and drop it, and then embark on something tomorrow, embark on the other thing tomorrow, you are playing, you are playing in the roadmap to your success. You are not serious about what you're meant to do, and people will never take you serious. Before you get whatever you need to get, the world needs to take you serious. The world needs to know you for a certain something, and you also need to be, attached to that something. So if you have a vision, you keep consistent. No, it doesn't matter how long you are doing this something. That's why I always say there is no overnight success. You could be doing something for 10 years, 20 years, and people think you are not building up to something. You get me? But by the time that greatness blossoms, comes out, then people are like, wow, this guy, this lady did this thing as, we used to think she's a joker, we used to think he's a joker, and something has happened. Consistency is by reason of vision. People who stagger, who move helter-skelter in life, they don't have a vision. They don't have a vision. So, let's get to number 4. Number 4 here is what I call satisfaction. of life. That's what I call satisfaction of life. Now let me tell you something. Any man who is running a vision, you never find them in complaining and murmuring. You never, however pressing and hard the situation could be, they are always filled with the satisfaction of life. Why? Because they have a strong belief and hope that things must get better. When a vision becomes too real in you, then you have great confidence and certainty that things need to work and things must work. So men with visions, you never find them in cliques of those who complain, cliques of those who murmur, cliques of those who blame everyone else apart from themselves. No. Men, we need to style up, grab a vision and enjoy all this, much more, but I've just given you 4 of today. Confidence, boost your self-esteem, mental strength, and consistency, then satisfaction of life is very important. Now, a man who has a vision is likened to what I call the blacksmith theory. A man who is running with a vision, I liken them to what I call the blacksmith's theory. Very interesting. One of the great things if a man captures a vision is what I call the blacksmith's theory. And I'm going to be taking you through this, men. And ladies, don't go away. Remember, I'm with you. I'm going to be coming on your part. It's very interesting. I love this topic concerning vision. Now, what do you know about a blacksmith? What do you know about a blacksmith? We know these guys, they make swords, they manufacture swords and weapons of war. And in those years of 1900s, 1800s, and very many years ago, these guys were very, very important. There's something I learned from them that I want to share with you. Now, look at this. Look at this. A blacksmith is a person who dictates. And is able to frame the art of war in the battlefield. It's very important. These guys, they do a dictate and also frame the art of war. You see, if you're holding a sword, the design and the type of sword determines how you venture in the battlefield. But before you take it, there is this blacksmith who sat down, planned, thought, which design, according to your height, according to your weight, like even in boxing, there is heavyweight. What does it mean? Is that the strength of the punch that is coming is more heavier than the lighter weight. So these guys are always there to consider that. But you see, this guy is not necessarily on the battlefield, but he dictates and frames the art of war. Another nature about these guys, this is it. Dirty. They're always dirty, man. These guys. They roll their sleeves, then start hitting. If you see them in their overalls, it's messy. But what comes from the dirt and that mess is what determines the victory of a nation or a country. Now, this is what I want you to think as a man. Sit in that workshop of your vision as a man. Dictate and frame the art of selling in the marketplace. Because any vision you are running and does not culminate into money, then it's not a vision. Because any vision you are running has to be facilitated with money, and that means you need to also frame up a way how that money needs to come. So whatsoever you are running needs to get into a business. So sit down as a man. Dictate how the marketplace would be if you bring in your product. Get dirty, roll the sleeves, get to work. You get it? Don't be a white-collared man when you're not yet there. So sit down, frame the art, frame how you want people to understand your product. What is it that you're working on? What is it that you're working on? Most of the times, visionary people are not always there in execution because they do whatever they do, structure it, then bring other people on board to carry out the execution. That is what happens with this blacksmith. He is not in the battlefield. He is not utilizing and making relevance of the sword, but is very much certain that the guys the experts, the warriors that are making use of this sword are going to come back with results. If he makes fake swords, then he has sold out the fate of those guys in battle. So they have to be strong. They have to be sharper. They have to be made in good iron. Take time of it. You get what I'm saying? Before you know, the army gains victory. And this is it. Whenever these guys come back from the battlefield, they have cut whatever they have cut, fought and all that. Then the swords get blunt. When they come back, they still take them back to the blacksmith. And what does he do? He starts panel beating them, putting them back into shape. That is what happens to a vision. A vision needs to be revisited all the time. Needs to be revisited. How is it performing? Okay, if we've recorded these results and progress, how can we record more progress? That is what I'm trying to talk about. So I was painting that graphical picture for you to understand the importance of why you need to have a vision. The importance of why you need to have a vision. Now, at this point, let's get to the women. Let's get to the women. Because we started by saying our topic is a man of a vision and a woman for the vision. Now, there is this notion that ladies keep saying that, love me the way I am. It's everywhere. And women say, if you don't love me the way I am, it's okay and all that. But this attributes to two things. There is what we call love me the way I am in the state of life. And also love me the way I am in character. Now what I'm trying to talk about is character. Because state of life can change. You could be a lady and where you are, it's not where you're supposed to be. So the guy has to love you the way you are. Maybe you don't have those expensive creams, you don't have those expensive hair, wigs and all that stuff. Maybe your family background is not that appealing and all that. That's a state of life and it's prone to advance. But if your character is not meant to help grow the vision of the man, then it has to be worked on. That is why a woman for the vision. If you are against the vision, then you will not have the essence of bonding and love. What drives men is the vision we have. When we sleep, is what we think. When we wake up, is what we think. That's why we wake up in the morning, ignite the car, maybe get out of your house and go forward. And go forward to make things happen for the kids, for the children, for the family and all that. Now, if you're not for his vision, then you're going to have a lot of colliding, a lot of, rifts within the family. Okay, so it's very important. It's very important. Women need to know that. So don't say, that's your thing. If you don't love me the way I am, it's up to you. I can move on and know that. No, there are two things. There's a state of life. There's also character. So women, you need to adopt to the vision of the man. When you adopt to the vision of the man, that is why there is a saying that two are better than one. So you adopt to the vision of the man, understand it, and take it forward with him. Now, this is the mystery. It does not necessarily mean that you need to do what he does, but you need to exhibit a feeling, a genuine feeling, and a soul tie to what this guy is doing. You don't need to be there to do it, But get to know about it, advise, ask him questions about it. Tell them some new things, tell him some new things you've discovered. You get it? That's how the man will really feel, yes, I am with my woman, I am with my girlfriend, I am with my fiancé, and we are really heading forward. This thing that I see that does not allow me to sleep, I have a partner. They always call them partners in crime. Anyway, that's a humor there. But I have a partner who believes in me, and no matter what, we are able to take it forward. We are going to take it forward. It's very important. Now, another thing for ladies, you have to understand this. Never despise the hustle of a man. Never despise the hustle of a man. Let me write this down. Probably note it down also in your book. Never despise the hustle of a man. It's very important. Don't look down to what the man is doing. Don't despise it. Don't tell him it doesn't make sense to me, never yield up to something and all that. No. For what? It breaks down the man. Because the man, this is all they have got, is got to fight for. So don't despise his hustle. It's not important. It's not worth it. Now let me tell you something. Any vision will start as a hustle. Any vision will start as a what? As a hustle. Now, why do I call it hustle? It's because as you're beginning it and pushing it, as you, the bearer of it and the perpetrator of it, the designer of it, you need to first understand it such that other people can understand it. You get what I'm saying? So it starts as a hustle. So if you are despising what this man is exerting effort on, then you're breaking and tearing this man apart. So there is no way we can see the greatness of this man come out. But rather, you need to understand their hustle. You need to understand their vision. Now, from hustle here, we go to where it starts taking shape. You get? The vision starts taking shape. I have a smile on my face. I can see some fruits about it, and all that. And it is taking shape. You get it? From the hustle, it is taking shape. Probably by the other time it was a briefcase business. This time he has an office, he's a CEO, and he has some employees around, and is an employee of labor. So things have shifted. So the vision is taking shape. From hustle, then it is taking shape. People start respecting him. He has an SC around and all that. You can drive in and drive out. So you can really see the fruit of whatever he is doing. Then, number 3 here, that's what we call impact. Impact. Now, in impact here, impact of the vision, this is when the people start feeling your vision transforming their lives, even minus your presence. That's why I say that the visionary people are not necessarily to be on the front line to execute things. So then here, it is impact. It is impact. Now, let me give a small, brief example. A great man, billionaire businessman called Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, he once made a statement concerning marketers. He said that as a salesman, when you start selling whatever you are selling, your family people, your close people will not buy from you. They will not buy from you. You do whatever you can to sell to them, but they will not buy because, they are used to you and say, why do I need to buy from him? It could be a fake thing. But the people who will buy from you are the strangers. The strangers will buy from you. They will believe in you. So they will buy. But now, when it comes to the time of spending and sharing the money, the strangers will not be there. But it's your family members who rejected to support and buy from you that are gonna that are going to be enjoying the proceeds that came from the strangers who bought from you. That's what I'm trying to talk about. So you could despise the man's hustle today, but then he sticks on it, but with pain in the heart. Then there is impact. And then what he despised is feeding you today. So it's not important. But the reason why some ladies despise a man's hustle is because they have not given themselves for that vision. Before you get in for the man, you get into for the man, understand the man. Understand what do you have that you are working on. Can you help me understand it? Because if, as I said, if you understand the man's vision, then you have understood his entire lifestyle. But if you run into how much does he have? Can he pay for me house rent? Can he go to my family and pay dowry and so forth and so all that is good is done, so forth and so. We have seen very many people who have done that, and at the end of the day it gets into chaos. The first thing you have to understand, what is this man working on? What is this man working on? Can I understand? Ask him questions about it. How did you come up with it? What does it mean to you? Why are you doing it? Why are you not doing this? Probably it may not be even his profession. He didn't get a postgraduate into it, or he's not. He doesn't have. He dropped his masters and all that. Then he's doing something different, which is not his profession, but his passion and vision. Why did you drop your profession and came to this? Why are you doing this? You get what I'm saying? If you find this in the future, will you give up? So you understand that. When you understand that, then you have circumferenced the man entirely. So you get to know his lifestyle. From in the morning, afternoon, evening, till he gets back home, you know what this guy is up to. So it's very important. Ladies, you don't need to despise the hustle of a man. It's very important. The other thing you need to understand as a woman, you need to fully understand your man's vision so that you can help him channel his finances. His finances towards the vision. Here we call it focus. It's very important. As a woman, understand fully the man's vision such that you can help him channel his finances towards the vision. Let me tell you this. Minus the vision, the both of you are heading for frustration. Minus the vision, both of you are heading for frustration. Now, if you want to accumulate wealth, understand the vision, and whatsoever money comes in, be there to help the man channel it right with focus towards the vision. Because I always tell people that any vision that does not outlive you is a fake vision. Because if you're working on something and when you die, it dies with you, then what was the reason for it? You have to be working on something that has to outlive you. That if you are no more, it is still there. You had a plan, for its next generation and other people that have come through you, probably your sons or your people you have mentored, your daughters that you've mentored, they can pick it up and push it further. So you need to understand it as a lady and help this man channel all the finances. Every money is important. If you want to understand, do without a shilling. Give you a simple example of mine. There is a time I trekked almost 55 kilometers simply because I didn't have a small coin to pay the taxi to get home. So every shilling counts, every coin counts. If you want to understand its depth, do without it. So you help the man. So you can understand, is this necessary to be bought? Budget for that money. Help him stay on track. Help him stay online. The man needs your help. So it's very important. Now, to the man, I want you to see this. It's possible to live life through without a vision. And then you breathe in the oxygen, you eat the food, you wake up, dress up, move, do whatever you want to do, and you age. And you age. But it is total calamity for a man whose future is blank. He can't see anything ahead. And as he is aging towards the retirement time, there is nothing he is expecting. It's a total calamity and catastrophe. It's very, very devastating to be stricken in age and you are surrounded with emptiness. It's very, very devastating. You're stricken in age and you're surrounded with emptiness simply because you lived a life without a vision. So men, think about this so deeply. Women, understand this so intensely. I need to understand the vision of a man. If he has nothing he's working on, then he is not going to be able to bring out the best in you as a woman. Now, a woman also understands this. Get away from this fight to push through what you want also to be done for you. Get away from it. Let me tell you something. If you sit down to understand the man's vision and support it, in disguise, you are supported. Okay, let me say indirectly, you are supported with your own vision. Because let me say something. You have a vision to open up a beauty parlor and so forth and so on. How much do you want? Quite some good money. Maybe $20,000 and all that. Any person who shows support and walks the journey with a certain person, they are rewarded. Yes, you are entitled to this money from your husband. But if it is not yet available, support the man. Let him carry on the vision. Let it get to the level of impact or taking shape. And money can be witnessed. Then automatically, because you supported me, it is very important to see that also what you are working on comes to fruition. So let's move away from this mindset of selfishness. Let's move away from this mindset of selfishness. Get to understand it, because this is what binds you as a family. And this is the spring of everything you are meant to work on. At this point, let me show you something amazing. This is what I call that the vision you are working on as a man needs to fight you. It has to fight you. And I'm going to show you how and why. And this that I'm going to share with you, I'm going to get it from one of my publications, this book called The 5 Ds of Destiny. If you don't have it, you need to look for it or contact us, then we get it for you. Any vision you are working on as a man needs to fight you. And I'm going to be showing you why will your vision fight you and how does your vision fight you. Number one, let's get into it. Your vision will fight you to bring the best out of you. It will fight you to bring the best out of you. That is why I said it begins as a hustle. But if you're definite and you're deliberately moving towards it, it has to fight you such that it brings the best out of you. Number two, it has to fight you in order for you to find a strong attachment to it, to define it in times of crisis. You need to find a strong attachment. There has to be a strong bond to your vision. Because whatever you are running, it has to face times of crisis. And then in the times of crisis, you can steadily and steadfastly stand to defend it. You get me? Steadfastly stand to defend it. This is mine. This is it. This is how it works, and it must go there. If it has come into a business, you are there to defend it because there is a strong attachment. You're not doing it for the sake of getting whatever you want to get out of it, but it is part of you. You have a bond with it and you are attached to it. Also, to paint a pictorial perspective in your mind that is bigger than you, and you to the extent of benefiting the generations after you. This vision is to paint a pictorial, a pictorial perspective in your mind that it is bigger than you, and the generation to come need to benefit from it. I tried to talk about that earlier. So that's why it will start fighting you. You may be pushing it and it's not pushing, but literally it is pushing. But it's also trying to determine, are you really serious on me, or you just want to punk on me? Are you really serious? You get what I'm saying? So it will fight you. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, it may take 3 years, but have the tenacity. Prove to it that you are determined and diligent to make sure that you take it to the end, and to make sure that it has to yield results. Then you start seeing how how life transforms, how the vision transforms. Great. It's, life is very amazing and great if you understand the dynamics of it. And this is what we're trying to understand today. Okay, let me take you through quickly. How does your vision fight you? How does it fight you? By exposing you to the world on how you are mad and insane. Your vision will fight you in this way, that it will expose you to the world and show you that you are mad and insane, because you are determined to start that project, without resources to facilitate it. When you come out and say, this is what I'm working on, this is a bigger thing, this is a multi-billion thing, this is what and what, it's so great, it's going to transform lives, and people look at you, you even miss a meal a day, you don't even have house rent to pay, you don't have a voice, literally, not even in your family. There's no one who can even attribute to anything you've ever done for them that is important. So the world will say you are mad and insane. That is how the vision will fight you. But stick on it and push on, because that's how successful people have begun. So that is how the vision will fight you. I always tell people that one of the signs that will show that you'll be successful in the world, it is when the average person, they see you disturbing, insane, mad, and whatever you are doing, and they are like, man, this guy is crazy. And it is when the people that are on top, the guys who have gone before you, they start seeing you as a threat and irritating. Why? Because they can witness and feel that there is somebody great coming up, and is coming towards where we are. And if we are not careful, he will bypass us. Let me give you an example. If you're driving a Toyota car and there is a Subaru car behind you, you can witness and understand that there is something much more stronger and speedy that is coming my way. That's what I'm trying to say. So they will call you insane, they will call you mad, because what you're trying to do is too much big for you. But that is what it takes. Great things are birthed by seemingly small people from the start. Okay, number 2 here. By cutting you off from your current long-loved friends, when preparing you for those to come that will help you in fulfilling the vision. When you acquire a strong vision, it will first cut you from your long-loved friends. These are my guys, these are my buddies for a long time. You find out that you no longer meet them, you no longer mingle with them, and then, they also see you strange. It's like, man, this guy, we no longer understand him. It will cut you off. It may take you months or a year, but it is preparing you for new, greater friends that are willing to get a hold of you by your hand and move with you towards accomplishing that vision. So those are some of the things how your vision will be fighting you. Number 3, and lastly for this, by moving with something that does not move in the physical, yet it moves in the unseen world inside you. You push this something, you profess about it, people don't see it. In the physical, it's not moving, but it is moving in the unseen world. Inside of you, it is being processed. It's being processed. Last point on this is by denying you a chance to display it, because it can only be done at the right time and season. You can acquire a vision and you always feel you're full within you to display it, but there is no platform. The vision can fight and protect for itself. Why? Because you don't need to come out half-baked. It wants you to come out and take people by surprise. So stay on it. Keep working on yourself. Keep working on it. Keep planning for it. Keep understanding it. Put down all the measures, the dynamics of it. Before you know, the platform will be created. Then when you come out and display, people will say, wow, this lady is amazing. This guy is amazing. I think I need to buy from them. I think I need to listen to them. I think I need to visit his office. I need to understand, read about, about him, about his business the more. This is how important this is. A man of a vision and a woman for the vision is very important. Are you married? Think about this. Are you a single lady and I know you're going to get married? Train yourself through this. Are you a young man there? Probably you're still in school. You're doing your degree, you're in the university. Ponder on this. Take it home. Revisit it all the time. It's going to help you to transform into a great and solid man. Thank you for your time. Till next time, I'm Jonathan Light, your life development coach.